Okay, so I know this video is super late, but welcome to an exclusive first look at Obsidiantes level 150. Alright, yeah, huge shout out to SP for giving me everything I need to make this video. They provided the monster, all the cells needed to take this monster to rank 5. Any gems I use will be reimbursed as well. So yes, huge shout out to SP. Let's go ahead and review this monster. Is it good? Is it not good? It has a really cool monster design, but honestly, I know nothing about the monster. I already went ahead and took him to rank 5. Let's compare his stats at level 100 to other monsters. So in terms of life, he's quite tanky. He's tied with that of Murk, the race monster, at 135k 116, which is 2,000 points higher than the average. In terms of a power stats, this monster is not an attacker by any means. 10,296, a unique life stat or a unique power stat, only monster to have that stat. And in terms of speed, he's pretty darn fast at 8129, faster than the average stat of 8041. So stats-wise, he's speedy, he has a pretty good life stat, not a good power stat, so I would guess he applies dots or some sort of support monster. So let's go back to the monster, and let's take a look at his skills. Alright, so we have Fire Sorcerer, deals moderate fire damage to an enemy, 30 stamina, 0 cooldown, no extra effect. Mastered Obsidian, low dark damage, spammable, but again, not an attacker, so realistically wouldn't use it. Obsidian Shot, deals moderate dark damage to an enemy, applied vulnerable, and nightmares to an enemy. So this increases incoming damage by 50%. Okay, pretty cool. 36 stamina, 1 turn cooldown, set up for your next attack. 1000 degrees Celsius, it is an AoE burn skill that is spammable. 0 cooldown. Obsidian Bullets, deals moderate dark damage and it's an AoE vulnerable. So again, setting up for your next attack to hit really hard. Flaming Cannon, deals moderate fire damage to all enemies and stun. So we have ourselves a denier utilizing AoE stun mechanic. We have Volcanic Glass, applies aquaphobic. Why is that a hard word to say? Aquaphobic applies aquaphobic shield to position to itself, and then hydrophobic wording, SP wording, so it can only be damaged by skills of the water element, which is kind of bad considering you're a fire monster. Yeah, it also gives you increased accuracy. And then we have another stun skill. Alright, so I'm already going to call it. This monster is not a monster that's going to be used at all. Yeah, at the end of the day, he's a denier with stun, and then he can also set up with a vulnerable, and then he also has a little added effect of like, hey, if you want to damage me, you can only damage me with water types, which is interesting, but it's also like, you really wouldn't use this. You really like these kinds of shields when it's a taunt monster, a mega taunt monster. That's when you're like, ooh, I can see it coming in handy. But most of the time, this guy's just gonna stun, stun and dots, that's really it, right? It burns. So fortunately, not a big fan. Does this trait change things? Let's find out. He's immune to freeze. I will say in season 2 we've had a lot of immune to freeze monsters. I wonder why. Is it just to counter Murk, or are we going to be getting a lot of more freeze deniers? Immune to burn ignite, I mean, that's good to be immune to some dots permanently. And then a soft precision, but this also means you don't even have an umbrella hardened, so you are vulnerable to getting hit with a bunch of negative effect, all the other dots and stuff, and denied yourself other than freeze. So you could run into some trouble. Let's go ahead and change the skills. Hi, Toothless. Do you want to see me review this monster? I think naturally it makes sense to run the AoE stun, but in the meta we're in, it's hard to showcase it. We do have trade table monsters like Shadowyna that we could use to hopefully stun everyone, so we'll run it. We'll run Fiery Cannon, for it is a 1 turn cooldown stun skill. I think we would also run definitely the shield, because there's going to be situations where you can't do anything, and it's better to save yourself. So we're going to shield up, and then that leaves that last and final skill. I say you go with a single vulnerable nightmare skill. So this would probably be my ideal skill set on this monster. And honestly, if you can partner this monster up with Shadow or Omnia or someone, they're really cool. Like Narada even, they're cool because they can cleanse, and then you can reapply the stun. So we'll definitely get a chance to use both of them. And Shadow can even trench on the Shadow might be the best teammate with Obsidiantes. In terms of relics, it is cool that you can res. So if you were to die, you would come back to life. You don't have to worry about stamina thanks to Tetsuman's mask. So that's cool. And then run, honestly, whatever talent you want. If I didn't have a mask to recover stamina, I would probably give this monster the Stamina Blossom talent. So we'd go with that. Rune setup. Honestly, this is the tough part. In a normal world, he'd be a 3-speed holder. You go and you stun everyone. But in reality, in the PvP meta, you aren't going to pull that off. So this monster turns into a team speed holder. So team speed, we're not even gonna give him all level 9 runes. We'll give him level 8 runes. He becomes a team speed holder, and like I mentioned, you want to partner him up with teammates that, like Shadow probably is the best teammate to showcase. Now, here's the difficult thing about using this monster in PvP, and this is why I said, I think I mentioned it early on, this is not going to be a PvP meta monster. This monster is going to get literally 0 usage. The difficult thing about him is that, why do you even want to set up so much just to AoE stun? Right? Especially because I can just turn into my attacker and dominate the enemy. I don't need to take a whole turn to stun and all that. So that's what makes it really difficult, right? And we've seen Shadow from previous videos where I really need to be able to cleanse negative effects. If not, I run into some trouble. So that's an issue in itself. Let's put the Poison Beast back in. So yeah, this is one of those monsters where, like, in a war scenario, if the situation is right, you can use them. If there's no Megaton status casters, if you can cleanse that trade disable, you can use it. But in the PvP meta, it's really hard. In this case, I lucked out. I can deal with everyone. We can literally go into a trade disable, and then cleanse, and then trade disable, and then cleanse, and then trade disable, and then cleanse. So again, I lucked out in this one. It just happened to work out really well. So here is a dismantle. Here is a hushed. I messed up. How do I mess this up? Rotten bananas, unlimited volts. All right, so I can still stun everyone. That's the good thing. So flaming cannon, AoE stun, and then Shadow. This is why I said Shadow's a good teammate. You could literally, this is the one cooldown one. I can trade disable, right, and then I can remove positive effects. I can trade disable, and then I'll turn Shadow to myself. I will trade disable, and then I remove positive effects, and I am able to kind of, if I had stamina, turn Shadow back. But again, you have an attacker, and then the attacker can do all the work that's required to win the game. So you can AoE stun. That's essentially it. You can AoE stun. You have an AoE vulnerable, which you can set up, but if you do vulnerable, then you're gonna get attacked. Yeah, he's not gonna get used at all. XD. Ooh, I like the name. Alright, let's see. I think we're also in a low enough trophy league where we're not really running into major issues. I'm poisoned. That's not a big deal. We are going to trade disable first. Deal with you. Dismantle. Trade disable over here. And then target myself. We will, remove positive effects. Trade disable. And then we'll cleanse. Let's see what she does. Okay, that's fine. And then everyone's trade disabled. Everyone's prone to stun. Again, I can stun. But like big whoop-de-doo, right? At any time, I can just turn time to the attacker. And like purple volley, kill, attack. So, yeah, that's the thing about Obsidian. I thought this video would be longer. The monster looks phenomenal. Really great design. I've just been out of the game for a while, so I haven't been keeping up with what's good, what's not good. But unfortunately, not necessarily a good monster. Yeah, if you go with the traditional team, I don't know, maybe I'm in a low enough trophy league to where somehow it'll work out and we'll run into situations where there's no issues, but I don't know, I highly doubt it. Let's see what happens. We'll do 2 speed, team speed on everyone else. Let's see how these battles turn out. They might not be the best. Yeah, see, we have a Megaton monster, we have a Anticipation monster, we have a Dodge Area monster. So, and he has Celestial, so I can't even immobilize if I wanted to. So this is where I just do a vulnerable. Alright, there we go. Supreme Fun, Mud Body, Mediterranean Lung, and then Graced. Alright, Quick Shot, Eye by Eye, Tooth by Tooth, Purple Volley. See, again, now it's my attacker. My attacker's going to save the day. My attacker's going to be the one that's like, hey, let's kill Teddy Bomb. Alright. And then Run Anchor. Oh no, let's go after you now. Let's Tooth by Tooth. Okay, cool. And then literally he did nothing other than set up a vulnerable. What do you have? Evasion, recharge. I'll save myself, I guess. Volcanic Glass, Wall of Flesh. That quicksand hurts. That's blind. Ooh, no. Let's Tooth by Tooth. Health Gene, notices armor. Purple Volley. Yeah, see, I could. Looks so cool. Looks so cool. Obsidiantes looks so cool, but yeah, realistically, not a monster you're gonna utilize. Let's try another battle. Here's another good example. We have Taunt, Megataunt. We have Anticipation. We have Dodge Area. AoE Stun would help against one monster, the Megataunt monster. We'll do Shot, Vulnerable. I have no Cleansing, so now I'm gonna die because of a Demonic Pack. I have no way to deal with that. Mud, Red Sea Wave. Let's see. Ooh, cool. Purple Volley. So we kill Galvanus. They'll get a churn in. Catholic, Photo, Muramotus. I don't think he'll hurt me. He Mega Froze me. Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, this is probably one of the shortest level 150 videos I've ever done. Again, it's super late. But even then, if I would have made it on the dot, it would have been like, nah, this monster's not good. Whether you get him or not get him, don't feel bad. But with that being said, guys, that is going to be it for this exclusive first look on this monster. Let me know what you guys think about it. Did I miss something? Is there some strategy with this monster? Any thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.